Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hi, how is everybody doing? And today we're still making the anniversary comic. Yes, but today I will try to at least to do characters. At least like the main poses of the characters and assemble like the line art and visuals from previous pages that I've drawn on them, to keep them consistent and to also not mess their proportions, because this is something that can happen when I'm drawing characters from scratch. So yeah, welcome everybody. How is everybody doing this fine, good Thursday? I wanted to say good Tuesday, but it's not actually a thing. So yeah, let me just in a little bit. So all my embroidery projects go here. By the way, progress on the latest embroidery project. Let me switch the camera to show you. Look at this. I am right now filling in the light gray, the one that is by the inside the buttons. And this color. I think I will use up all the whole I checked the word and I forgot the word. Classic me. This whole embroidery thread bundle that I have here. Because as I have the software generate the number of stitches, it is very close to the number of stitches that is available to make using this much of thread. The whole bundle of thread, almost the whole bundle of embroidery thread, and this is 8 meters, and I use 2 threads out of 6 because each thread has actually like 6 little threads, and you only use 2 of them when you embroider on a canvas that has like these big holes, so it's in total 24 meters, and it lasts for according to some estimations, it lasts for 1,600 stitches, cross stitches. We're talking cross stitches, and the software told me that it will be around 1,000 of the light gray stitches in here. So I expect that this will be a very thin bundle by the end of this project, and I have the next project, which would be Sims themed, and I hope to expose it like soon soon when I will have like my own space, and I will put up all my Sims games in the background, and I will have it like propped up nicely. And also I have one big motivational poster. This will be big. This is only a fragment. This will be this big. I only marked the center because you usually start from the center, and no, I don't have a bigger hoop. The bigger hoop is taken for the Sims one. So I will start from the center and will go out, and this will be like 20 centimeters by 40 in length. But it will be nice, it will be motivational, and I think it will also look nice when it will be in the background, something for me, but yeah. But this is something that I do like in the meantime. Right now, it's comic time. Like I still like much more prefer to do cross stitch right now. I entered like this strange phase when I prefer to do cross stitch instead of like doing comic work, and I am predominantly a comic artist. Like what the heck? Queen Mindy, hello. How are you doing? How are you holding up? How is it going? Okay, so for this one, I will find Eddie, preferably from the, as shown from the front. And preferably the one that is the newest. Oh my god. Page 58. I haven't drawn Eddie for 20 pages, for over 20 pages now. What the heck? I already miss drawing Eddie, but I still have to draw in the comic. In this chapter, I still have to draw lots of pages. What page was there went up just before? Oh my god, I'm so sorry about this, Mindy. Like this is the worst. Okay, so page 59 was the last that I've put up and published. And this chapter will end with page 67. I have eight pages to do, right? Yeah, 9 pages to do. Wait, 60, 61, 62, 63, 60, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 pages to do. 8 pages to go before I can close this chapter and be like, okay, now I can start remaking this chapter. Because I need to, set everything up for print because I want to print it out. I do want to print it out. And yeah, and for printing, you need to, of course, follow the proper dimensions with margins, bleed lines and stuff. And I am such a noob, and I will ask my other friends who already published their work and printed their work how to do this, because I set up a file here in Clip Studio Paint, because you can do this. I set up a file with the settings, but I have absolutely no idea how to do, what to do next. And yeah. Okay, so here, these. Oh, I think this is a good base for what I want to do. It will make my work slightly easier. Slightly easier. Okay, sketching time. Maybe sketching time. My voice looks nice. Well, thank you. I mean, voice, I think would sound, but yeah, I understand this is a compliment, so I'm taking a compliment. Whatever it was, thank you. But yeah, but I need to sketch sketch these pose better, add some elements like hair, clothes and stuff. So yeah, it is important for me to actually sketch it out properly. So yeah, so I And because of the clothes I picked for this chapter, I need to remember to draw Addie's tattoos properly. And I forgot what kind of clothes I gave her. Let me go to the one of the previous pages. Yeah. One of the folders where I put all my where I have put all my references that I gathered for her clothing. Okay, let me quickly switch screens and look at this. Okay, so this is wide. Okay, I want to give her a vest because it's not Addie without a vest. Okay, so it's long skirt with a belt and a wide white straps. Okay, I think I can. I will remember. Okay, this is the layer where I'm drawing. I don't know, however, what type of vest it would be. The vest is like my own edition. I thought I got rid of the song. Okay, there are like a couple of very annoying songs that I got for the sake of like putting like in a highlight reel or something like this, but some of them are so annoying. Especially when you hear them like for like a couple of hours, like every like on a bi-weekly basis. So yeah. Oh, I wanted to give her sandals. I hate drawing feet. I still hate drawing feet. Even though I drew a lot of feet for the, you know, for the as a practice, you know, as a practice, as well as a practice, you know, I still hate drawing feet. But it's because this comic is like taking place like in the middle of the summer. It makes more sense to have like Eddie wear sandals or like other type of, you know, summer shoes. Okay, this should work as a sketch. I also like will sketch her. Oh my god. Her what, Nina? Her freckles, because I keep forgetting. If I don't sketch them out, I will forget about them. Okay, bracelets. Her bracelets. Let's put her regular bracelets here. me now draw the overlapping parts, which is her script, because this is the anniversary comic, and because of this, the characters, the humor and the events are like off canon, and the characters, like, they know they are like going over the events in their life, but at the same time they're like aware that they are like playing out the events. You know, they know that this is something that happened in their life, but at the same time they're like acting like actors, actors in a movie, like having scripts and stuff. So yeah, and so I explained it like before multiple times. So Addie here is like reading the script for volume 2 of the comic, because these events will take place like after the volume 1 closes. The volume 1 closes like in chapter 4, at the end of chapter, like when the chapter 4 like when the chapter 4 ends. Okay, her head is a little bit too big, I think, but other than that, she looks okay. Other than that, she looks fine. So let me make her head a tad bit smaller to make her more body more proportionate. And let me okay, will I be able to do this based on this sketch, based on this like line art? Let me actually like draw her expression. With more while trying to be mindful of her like facial proportions. Oh yeah, I cannot. I need to draw her nose ring, because for sure I will forget about this if I don't draw it. So yeah. I think Addie would have like the habit of like biting things when she's nervous, like partially why she has absolutely she has absolutely bitten out the heck out of her pencil, as seen in chapter 1, and also like as seen in chapter 4, like in the very beginning of chapter 4, like when she's writing in her diary. Here. See, I drew bite marks. I drew this like this bit of this bit that you like have on a pen to clip it on, which of course like is the most common victim of pen abuse, and biting it as we speak. So yeah, I have everything like thought out. At least I want to believe. So I want to believe that I have everything like thought out, and I hope that people see this. my god, it's been a while. How are you doing? How are you doing? How is Anna? How are the cats? Oh, what happened? What happened, Sheridan? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I understand. I understand. Like, this is the pain where I, for example, forgot to charge my headphones and they die suddenly on me, and it's not good because I then suffer by hearing what is going on in the you know, in subway and stuff, and it is a pain. Yeah, I understand. Like, I understand that, like, for me it is an annoyance, but I know that for many people it is like very like crowds and noises and like movement like makes people very anxious, and yeah. Meanwhile, I am drawing out, well, not drawing out, I am in the works, sketching and, like, sketching. This is like the second round of the sketch with before the line art of the comic for the 6 years of anniversary of my comic, which is crazy that it's already been 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. And we're still in chapter 4. I know. It is not a good thing. I hope that by 6th year I will be in chapter 6, but life has a different way. Chiradan, I have not tell you yet. I literally start like Chiradan. The anniversary was on 26th of March. Like, it is literally like 2 weeks after the like what, 2 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks after the first lockdown. Because I remember to the day when the lockdown here started. And it was like 2 weeks after the lockdown. I had this comic in plans, like, you know, before the COVID hit, and I just decided to start it like immediately after the after my first comic ended, and also to align it with the fact that the characters met each other on the 26th of March. You know, so this was a very important date in the lore of the comic. So I wanted, you know, to have it as the beginning of the comic as well. But yeah, to think that the whole COVID stuff started 6 years ago, like at least like when we're counting the lockdown in Poland, because of course it started earlier, like in the November, December, of 2019, before it broke containment. But, Sheridan, I have some news. I haven't shared this news with you yet. But I have found a flat. And I, earlier in March, signed a pre-sale agreement. And I was at the notary, and right now I am, getting in the process of getting the mortgage. At least like asking banks around if they will give me the mortgage, and then fulfilling all the freaking, banking stuff. No, Jordan, not yet. It would be also a good news, but no. I wish, I effing wish. But yeah. But yeah, it is also an achievement, and yeah. I'm very stressed right now. I'm very stressed recently because of this whole ordeal. Like the fact that how much stuff the bank wants to know about me before they even give me money, and how many forms I need to fill in and ask my work to fill in, and I am very anxious when it comes to like calling people and asking, hey, when it will be done, so I am very like stressed about it. So right now I'm waiting for an answer from the banks stating that, yeah, you look cool, your money situation looks cool, we can offer you this or this, and then I will choose one and proceed even further. So by the mid-June I need to finalize the selling, so by this time I need to get the mortgage and pay everything, and like start like paying, get back to the owner and figure out how much money I need to pay where, and then start fortunately I don't need to do the whole refurbishment. I need to only like freshen up the paint, so this is good. So yeah. Oh, those pesky banks. I loathe everything about law and economy. This is like so complicated for me, and like everything about like finances, law, economy, like messes up with my brain like nothing else. Like it was my most hated, like figuring out the rate of payment and how the heck does the referral yearly percentage rate works. It was the worst, like it was absolutely the worst side of math that I ever had to go over in school, and I hate it to this day, and this whole situation doesn't make it any better. So yeah, but I am like closest I've ever been to actually like owning a flat, and yeah, and I am like still like not consider myself an owner. This is why I also have not like been super like vocal about it, the stream, until now, because I still don't feel like an owner. Even though I'm like going over all these steps to become an owner, I still do not feel like this flat is mine. So yeah, but it looks nice. I was there IRL. It is in a really good condition, considering, you know, the age of the you know, the age of the building and the type of like technology that the building was built in. But I think it will be good for my health. It will be good for my mental health. It will be good for my physical health if I, you know, if I move out. I already, like, my parents are like telling me which furniture I am allowed to take with me, and I already built a mock-up in The Sims where to put all this furniture, and I hope that I will be able to take every furniture that I actually like want, and hopefully I will be able to replace the desk or have a second desk and make a dual setup, because this flat already has like one setup for remote work, but I am thinking, what if I will be also able to take this desk that I'm on and I will have a dual streaming setup, like one for digital art with like 2 dual monitors and one for traditional art with the camera on a tripod and everything. So I'm already thinking about this, and I already made a list on the phone of all the things that I need to take with me or buy, and it's a lot of things, because, you know, there are some things that you don't think about that you will ever like need, but it turns out, you know, cutlery, crockery, all the tools like a set of knives, or like scissors, or hand mixer, or like other like hand tools for like cooking, spatulas, you know, spatulas, some mixing bowls, maybe a hand mixer, you know, cutting boards, every cleaning agent that you need for your, for example, like oven and sink and dishwashing liquid and sponges and dishwasher tablets and you know, containers for your spices, containers for the flour if you want to, like, you know, move it from the original packaging, you know, stuff like this, like vacuum cleaner, Hoover, hello, a mop, a bucket. Like, these are the things that won't be there, you know? Like, my parents, like, bought me a freaking toilet brush holder because and this is literally the first thing they bought for the flat, and I'm like, why did you bought this? This is not yet mine. Stop. Yeah, exactly. Like, I pictured that, you know, by the time I will really move in here, like, it will be like late summer, early fall, before, like, you know, before we, you know, freshen everything up, we see if anything needs fixing. I need to buy like a couple of furniture, not a lot. I think most of the like in the house, in the flat, there is already a couch, a TV console without the TV, so I need to bring my TV. There is, yeah, a couch, TV console, the, you know, the breakfast table with 2 bar stools, everything for the kitchen, including the fridge, which is not a given. I don't have microwave, so I need to also buy microwave because there is a place for microwave, but without microwave. I need to, find the user manual for the oven that is there, because the owner could not figure out how to set up the clock on the oven, and therefore the oven did not work. But apparently there are, like, online you can find manuals and it should work when you set up the time. But yeah, it's a lot, like, no, the fridge and the freezer are already there, which is so good that the washing machine and the fridge are already there, because I was also like looking not that long ago at another flat, and where, for example, the owners took the washing machine and the fridge. So it would be like, on top of buying the flat, it will be another like pretty big expense, not gonna lie. So in this flat I already have like the cupboards, like everything in the kitchen. So the cupboard, the stovetop, the oven, sink, dishwasher, and the fridge. I have washing machine already, it will be left in here. I have the big set of 2 big sets of wardrobe with a lot like of storage space for clothes and like for art supplies or books. and a desk built in. TV console, sofa, table, 6 chairs for the table, for the dining table, the kitchen table, 2 bar stools for the kitchen table, and I think this is it. And a lot, like, I'm taking, like, I don't know if I will take this bed or I will get a new one, but I am taking like a couple of like shelves from here, and I believe I will be able to furnish 2 of the rooms, because this is a 3-room apartment. I will be able to furnish 2 of these rooms just just using the stuff here from this room, from this room. So I need to only get like from the big stuff, like microwave, but I will think about it. But microwave is like, it's good, like it's good, it's convenient, and there is already like a space allocated for the microwave in the kitchen. I need a couple of like shelving units for the living room, like, for some fancy crockery, and maybe a bed, if I won't be able to take this bed, the one that is here. But this is something that I first need to figure out once I enter, like, as an owner, and actually measure everything. By the time this happens, Paralives should be up. Oh my god, I'm so hyped for Paralives. And Paralives will have like a more detailed building mode than The Sims. So, because in The Sims you cannot put a wall that is like between the grid, and the one grid is around like 90 centimeters. So it's not like perfect model, and I need something like closer to the real dimension if I want to do this virtually. So I will need to either go to Google SketchUp or like other like 3D modeling software, or wait for Paralives, because they will have like a better like layout and measure everything and set up everything like virtually before I like set my mind on anything. But yeah, so this is like big news that there's a lot will be happening. Like, there will be a new location unlocked for the streams soon, like a different background. Like, there will be no tanks in the background anymore. Do you understand? there will be no tanks in the background anymore, and instead there will be like a board with my pins and my pin buttons, and like a shelving unit with the seams behind, and like a unit with like everything about like my stream brand and my OCs and stuff. Like, I am waiting for it. I'm waiting to actually like expose my art like more, because right now there used to be something like no there used to be like, I have printed out some of my art, and actually it was framed for a while, but there's actually none of my art like in my room, like my own art that I did myself, which is a disgrace, you know, which is a disgrace. So yeah. Okay, I think these two like are sketched nicely. Let me just open up the text, yes, because I need to figure out. Yeah, I need to sketch out the close-up of the script, including these like nefariously ripped out pages. You know, I could, but if I think that, well, I would rather have more shelving units and put up a lot of stuff that I love and I can work on, and I can like, and I worked on, yeah, the stuff that I love and that I have worked on, because I do plan to make figures of my characters to have them in the background. And people will be like, oh my god, what dolls you have in the bag? And I'm like, I'm glad you asked, I can bring them to the camera and yap about my OCs, you know. So yeah, so I would rather have more shelves than an empty space for a mural, even though the mural sounds nice, but I don't have like space for the murals, and instead I have a lot of things that I can hang. Like, I have a portrait of myself that I painted myself like 3 years ago. I have like various like prints from Sam that need better, like, you know, a better exposure. Like I have a lot of artwork, a lot of prints, a lot of things I did myself, and I would rather have them like propped on the shelves rather than have one big mural. You know? So yeah. Mm. Okay. I think this would work. Let's maybe go. Let's maybe get to the. Let's get to the inking maybe. Okay, this is important and this is important. Okay, so wait, this whole stuff should go actually here. Yeah, to this folder. Yeah, okay. Do I want this to pick through? I think the picking through would be nice. Okay, wait. me just unmask this part. Wait. No. Redo. Show mask area. Oh, yeah, show mask area. Because I want to unmask this part to have this pop out from the background, but at the same time I want to keep the soft edge here. It might be a little bit tricky because I need to use a soft brush. Oops, wrong color. Yeah, wrong color. No. Oh wait, I'm using eraser and not a soft brush. My bad. It was a good color, but eraser was not looking at it. Oh, like I want this. A soft edge on this part, on this side. Yeah. So this is what was happening with me, and if I think like stressed and anxious, it's because I am, because my brain starts telling me that I won't get the mortgage and I will be in a freaking trouble. Because you know, like how it works is that when you sign pre-sale agreement, you state here that you are paying part of the price upfront to the owner, and if I won't get a loan, I won't get a mortgage, and wouldn't be able to acquire a mortgage and acquire rest of the funds to sign the proper agreement, this money is like the money that I paid upfront to the owner is considered as lost from me. Like I will lose money if I don't secure the mortgage, because the money that I paid to the owner, even though the transaction did not went fully through, I will like lose the money because the inability to acquire mortgage is like considered my fault, and by law, this kind of money given upfront to the owner, like it is like this kind of money that can be only reimbursed if it will be from the owner's fault that the transaction fell through, or if the notary told us that the only time that the money will go back and the transaction will be nullified if something disastrous happened and the flat will be no more. Like for example, if there was like a gas explosion in the building and severely damaged the building to the point of like this flat becoming non-existent, or like any other like cataclysm happening, like a meteor strike or something like this, something that would make the subject of the transaction, the flat, like become non-existent without anybody else's fault, because you know it's nobody else's fault that there will be a gas leak, you know, or a gas explosion or a meteor strike, unless you had like some crazy cheats. Unless you're playing like Sims City or City Skyline with some crazy cheats and enable cataclysms in this way, please. Please don't cheat. I want this flat. Please, whoever is in the charge, like whoever is in the charge of the cheat console for the word, please hold up with this. I want this flat. And preferably, please don't hit this flat with anything. So yeah. So yeah, so this is what was happening with me lately, and why I appear like a little bit anxious and a little bit stressed about stuff because I am. So yeah. So I hope you enjoy this story time from Aunt Nina. Oh my god, Chiradan! On the flip note, I can tell you a story time about the flat that I saw that I don't know who will need to pay me money and a lot more money that I am willing to get a mortgage for to actually like live and flip that flat. Oh my god, I can tell you about this disaster. Because right now from the hindsight, it's like funny, but oh my god, it was terrible. So I found a flat. It had no pictures, but the price looked right, and the guy sounded nice on the phone. So I decided, you know what, I'm taking my dad and we're looking at it. And oh my god. First red flag, there was the shopping cart outside the building, which is like usually like a sign that this is like a not very like good neighborhood. And then we entered the flat and we were like, oh my god. The flat looked like it was not undergoing any renovations since it was built in 1990. Like it has still like paneling in the hallway, paneling in the kitchen. The stove was, well, first off, it was brown. I remember I had, like, my grandma had the same kind of stove before her, like, remodeling. Like, the same freaking kind of stove. And I'm standing here, the cigarette smell, like, everything is infused with cigarette smell, like, and no, 1990. Not 99, no, 1990, since the building was built, pretty much. Yeah, this bad. And there was the owner, yes, and there was the owner and 3 tenants who were also 3 tenants that were also like present, and I feel like weirded out when there are like other people, other people around, especially like hearing about like selling of something they are renting already, but okay. And it was like a freaking crack then. It was a freaking crack house. And I am serious. Like, not only the cigarette smell, but also the overall, like, not caring, overall, like, apathy about the surroundings. Like we entered the bathroom. The bathroom and the toilet and the restroom were separated, which is like 50-50. It's sometimes common, sometimes like it's depending on the building, pretty much, and the layout, because it's like they're really like common in some places, and in some places it's like an absolute blasphemy to have these rooms separated. Here it's 50-50. Like I've seen flats where it was connected, when the bathroom was only one room with like toilet and bath and sink, and when the bathroom was disconnected from the restroom, and the restroom had toilet and one sink, and the bathroom had bath and the other sink, and usually a washing machine there. So for example, my house currently has one room, but even in the same building, including my neighbors, my next door neighbors, they have the layout with separated bathroom and the toilet room. So it happens. And the flat that I'm buying also has the setup with the separated bath and toilet. So no, it's 50-50 pretty much. So I was not super concerned about the separation of this room. Like I was aware of this. For some people it's a deal breaker. I don't care as much. But inside the bed there was someone's laundry. Like, and the water was black, like as if it was like still soaking in the detergent, which I don't understand. And the clothes were like filling like half of the bathtub. And what also like I was like, there was a washing machine just decided, like, why do you do the laundry in the bathtub? But we went to the living room. The living room, there were two tenants in the living room watching TV. One of the tenants was sleeping, and the owner was like, "Oh, Sasha is sleeping. Okay, you will be quiet so I can so you can go here and look at the look through the look to the balcony." And I'm like, so soon I will die, because oh my god, it was like so freaking sketchy. And in the living room there was like a mattress on the floor, a sofa, like a couple of shelving units with like kettles and food inside of them, and like TV that was going on, and of course Sasha on the mattress sleeping. And I'm like, I hope I will never get to the point of my life that I will have to rent half of the room in like a crack den. Like, please, God, please, entity. Like I am like very scared of like this becoming my life. So every time I see someone like living like this, I am like only like I feel absolutely sorry that they have to pay money to live like this. They have like usually no other choice than to pay money to get half of the room to I think live with like random Sasha, like random person of like unknown origin, because Sasha is not a Polish name. It's not a Polish nickname, let me tell you. And the third room, because it was also a 3-room setup, it was inaccessible because the tenant sleeping there, was sleeping and was not responding to the knocks to open the door, so we have not seen this room. And the toilet, oh my god, children, the toilet room. There was the toilet, there was the sink, but there were no door. There were no door to the toilet room. You know what there was? There was a black cat that was nailed to the paneling of the hallway, and this aided as door. Like, what What? What? And also over the sink, it was like, I did not know what it was. It looked like some PC pipe, but I figured out this must be the router. The internet router was in the toilet because there were internet cables and LEDs from the router going off. It was over the sink in the toilet room. And this is why recently, when I taught this to Dead Beast, who sometimes comes here to the stream, he nicknamed this a crappy Wi-Fi. It was literally this was literally a crappy Wi-Fi. Yeah, to show. Yes, Shredan, best place. I would choose and invite friends to show them my dominance. Shredan, have I shown you the worst layout that I've ever seen in online listings? This one asserts the dominance. I will show you the worst layout after I finish talking. So, after I finish like this story time. And the third room, the final room, we were shown a little bit of story time. A couple years ago, when I was walking the dog, I stumbled upon the poster, you know, tagged to the tree. And I read this, and it was the jumble of 5 different conspiracy theories adorned with the symbol of the fighting Poland. You know, the Polish parasol symbol from the Warsaw Uprising, among others. And it made me so mad that I ripped off this poster and get rid of it. Like, it had chemtrails, it had nanobots, it had the pandemic was caused by government, and of course all of this adorned that we need to fight. Yeah, we are the fighting Poland from the ancestors, the proud ancestors of World War II fighters. And I am like, bro, you are breaking memory of the World War II fighters with this BS. Okay? Like, I understand, government does shady stuff. Politics, I hate politics. I absolutely hate politics. I think that, like, when people get into the power, something in their brains, like, shifts. But, oh my god, this was, like, the mix of, like, 5 different conspiracy theories, adorned with, like, the historical symbolism of people who are still alive. Like, there are people who fought in the Warsaw Uprising that are still alive, and you dare to use the symbols of fighting Poland, like the symbol of the freaking resistance from Nazis and Soviets, and you're using them to peddle your freaking crappy conspiracy theories. Like, it made me so mad. So, fast forward to the... Oh my god, it happened like this year. Like when I was visiting this flat. I entered the last room with my dad, and I see the exact same talking points on the printed on papers and posters adorned in this room. Every wall of the room, every window, every cupboard had these the portraits of black and white portraits of what I presume are some nationalists. The cards from the calendars from November, 1st November, 11th November. There was still Christmas tree, even though it was a February when we were seeing this flat. And it was all painted black as well, the walls. And I was like, oh my god, I entered the source of that cursed poster that I seen 3 years ago. I want to get out. It was that bad. It was that bad. the full freaking, this is like, this made me realize, oh my god, I am in this. This must have been the source of this poster, because this flat that we were looking at was not far away from my apartment complex, from this place, you know? So it was a non-zero possibility that I was talking to the guy who was the author of the poster, or who rented the room, to the author of the poster, to the source of this cursed poster. There was a not zero probability of this happening because of that freaking proximity and everything that I saw. And I was like, oh my god. I went with my dad and I was like, Dad, we need to actually like drink to forget about this flat. Well, considering that I still remember about this flat, you know, shows you very well that I have not drank at all. So yeah, so this was a total disaster, total fluke. And even the guy wanted to like, the guy said, oh, it's 63 meters square meters, and I will sell it for 550k zlotys, which was a very good deal. And then he like, during our talk, he brought up a totally crusty, absolutely crusty like calculator, and he said, but you know what, I will give you, and he typed like 480k, which was like a perfect deal. But considering that I will have to deal with like giving him also like some of the money up front, so he can like you know, have these transactions secured, and also the fact that this flat was also like, despite him being the owner of this flat, he had like 50k of, not a loan, he had like a personal like personal liability that was also connected to the flat. And I was like, oh, it all makes sense, because he was also talking that, oh, the administration is cool, they also agree to take the payments of rent in cash, administrative costs, you know, in cash. And who with like a healthy financial situation is paying any utilities in cash in current day and age? Like, only people who have liability and who cannot have any money in their bank because the vindicator will take it away. Like, it was such a freaking mess, and he wanted to even sell this flat even cheaper. Like, and I'm like, no, like, someone needs to pay me, because this flat would need to be absolutely gutted. Everything was covered in, everything was broken, and like not refurbished since 1990s, and even not cared since 1990s. Like, I understand that someone cannot afford the you know, the renovations. Like, I get it. Like, this place was not renovated since 2019. Like, I'm talking about my room. And also the flat I'm buying was also not renovated since 2019. But guess what? The people who renovated it before cared. I also care here. The floor is still in good condition. The walls are still in good conditions. We are cleaning. We are taking care of it, and it shows. Like, when we visited the flat that I'm buying, it showed that people cared. You know, they keep things clean. They keep things like still in a good condition. Like, the doors were opening and closing wonderfully. The switches and the electric plugs were clean, were looking like pristine. Everything was fine, everything was clean. So, and despite like it being like 7 years since the refurbishment, like you cannot tell it was 7 years. Like maybe through some aesthetic decisions would tell you that, oh, it was like refurbished, redecorated like this and this because this was a thing that was available this season. This was like hip this season to, to adorn your house with, and but technical state-wise, like I understand that people cannot can afford refurbishment, but still like care about their space and their belongings. Like things are clean, things are in good technical condition, they work, and I can deal with like the paneling in the in the hallway and stuff, and if it is clean, if it is in good condition, if it is bright. Because what I saw there was the house of people who since 1990s, and for sure since like couple years, like if not 1990s, then for sure for a couple years, absolutely had different priorities than keeping the house clean and in good technical condition, enough for the buyers to not feel like they bought the bare bones. They just bought the meters and not the house, because I was counting in my head, like even if I spend this 480k on the house and somehow like pay this 50k liability, I still need to absolutely gut the heck out of this house, yeet everything, even the window frames, the doors, the window frames, all the everything from the kitchen, every cupboard, all the paneling, to the even the floorboards, because it was that bad. It was that bad. And when I was counting in my head, like, oh my god, I would need for sure another 200k in order to be able to make it in a livable space, in a space where I would feel like that, yeah, I can live here and feel safe. And it was not it. So this is why I don't know what kind of money I would have to get from I don't know, the government, the state, the lottery, anything, to convince me to actually go with this deal. So yeah, so so this was the story of the worst flat that I've absolutely seen, and I've seen throughout the 2-3 years of me flat hunting. I've seen some flats that were vacant for 3 years, and some elderly couple was living here, so it was not kept in this top-notch state, but it was this flat lowered the bar significantly. So yeah, but Chiradan, you wanted to show me. You want to see the worst layout possible that I saw. So this is the house that is a standalone house behind the tracks in Targówek district, and it is the property owned by the Polish Railways. Because yeah, Polish Railways love to sell their property. Let me get a new. Love to sell their property. There are a lot of cheap flats that the Polish Railways are selling. So let me draw the layout. Okay? And I want you to tell me where is the front door in this layout? Okay? So, this is the layout of the house. This is the 4-room setup with a bathroom and a kitchen nook. And it is the layout where you know, in order to get to the one room, you need to get through the other room. So, yes, here is the entrance. This is the entrance. And to add insult to injury, the rooms were but look, a burglar comes through the front door. Why the burglar would come to through the front door on a flat located on the ground floor? I don't know. But imagine the burglar comes to the front door and you're here sitting on the toilet, you know, posing and asserting dominance. and looking at the burglar and like looking in with the eye contact and being like, you come to my turf, bitch. so yeah, and to add insult to injury, you know, each of the room was like, okay, this was like a bedroom, sypialnia in Polish. This was actually like P1, so room 1, pokój 1, pokój 1. This was P2, pokój 2, plus AK, annex kuchenny, kitchen nook. And this room was named PP plus AL. Przedpokój, which is the hallway, plus bathroom annex. Bathroom annex. This is the cursed, the absolute cursed words connection. Bathroom annex. Only in Polish railways. Like, I think this was like building built like in the 1900s. No, in the 1800s. And they retrofitted like the sanitary and plumbing. But I don't know why through the entrance. Like, why here? But yeah. It is real. It is absolutely real. If I can find, because I of course took the screenshot of it, and this is like the best deal break, like not the deal breaker, the best story time that I ever told anyone. Let me check if I still have it somewhere. If I still have it downloaded on my phone to show you, because it was real. Crap, I don't have it? Shame. Shame on me for still not having it. No, I have it. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Ah. God damn it. Let me lower the... Look at this. Like, you thought I was joking. I was not joking. This was this is the screenshot from the real ad. Yeah, best place ever. Absolutely. And this could be yours. Like, it was a very, very cheap, but it also has like 35.90 meters squared. Yeah. No, it's even better. It's like Shane, which is like the other like name for the like hallway, plus annex, and in the brackets it's bathroom plus water closet. So it's like a mathematic it's like a mathematic equation of like, yeah, it's annex times bathroom plus toilet. Just so stupid. It is so cursed. So yeah. So fortunately, the house I'm buying, the flat I'm buying, does not have the bathroom annex. Okay. Okay. Does not have the bathroom annex. No. Okay, going back to art. Going back to art. Is this okay? Going back to art. So I hope you liked the extended story time. This stream. Was not expecting it, but yeah. Listen, I was... I already told this story about this like worst layout like a couple times already, and I built it in I built it for my Sims in my Sims 3 Let's Play before I was like, you know what, I will have a button as animals and we need to fit it somewhere in the future, and I decided to build them main character's house in Kanto region from Pokemon games, because for my Sims 3 Let's Play I'm going like very silly and very like I'm going with a very silly and very chaotic like approach. Yeah, and I actually like made the parodies of like characters from cartoons as if they were like they were living like for a year in Russia and were like the knockoff like versions of themselves, you know. So we have Ash Hines, not Ash Ketchum, but Ash Hines, and Fluttershy. you know, so Ash Ketchum and Fluttershy, but in human version, and yeah, but they are all like alternative, fierce, and absolutely like wrecked, as if they were like from Timu and living like after a year in Russia. So yeah. So far I am trying to figure out how to get more money for them, and I started building the house, but oh my god, the layout of the houses in Pokemon do not translate well to The Sims. And I can show you what type of house I want to build them. But let me tell you, I struggle to fit a bathroom in this house. Because it seems that this house has no bathroom. Which is absolutely like, it's just the opposite, which is the total opposite of the house here that they used to have. But yeah, but I have a separate folder for this. I want to build them this house. This is like a render by Demi Umajare on Instagram, and this is the render of the Red's house in Kanto region. I don't know which Pokemon game. Like my mind is stuck on the second generation, so I'm sorry. So yeah, but I have a lot of like screenshots, and they make no sense because you see only two rooms. You see downstairs and upstairs, and there is absolutely like, you see only downstairs. This is like from one of the newer generations. You have downstairs and the stairs behind this and upstairs. And where the heck is the bathroom? I ask. The bathroom is somewhere. It's the problem that I need to figure out while building this place in The Sims. And also, I want to build them a Pokemon Center, you know, from the Kanto. Let me show you. Oh, I want to also build this kind of building because, you know, for the first generation, I want to try and play through the Alpha Beta C, which is the legacy type challenge where you play with one family throughout many generations, and Alpha Beta C because this type of challenge makes you play through the one family for 26 generations. So every generation is like the letter of the alphabet, and I figured out everything, and I decided that okay, let's start with the aspirations. Let's start with the letter A for The Sims 3, and there are two aspirations that starts with the letter A: the Ark Builder and the Animal Rescuer. So the Animal Rescuer I give to Fluttershy because canonically Fluttershy is in the cartoon is taking care of the animals, you know, and she's like she's caring and takes care of the animals, you know, she loves them. And the Ark Builder because this aspiration is about catching a pair of every type of animals in The Sims 3. So there are like dogs, cats, horses, bugs, beetles, lizards, birds. No, insects are already like bugs and beetles. I think there are spiders and turtles. Like two of each like kinds of animals. And I decided, you know what? Who wants to catch all of them animals? Ash. So this is why I decided to have the parodies of like Ash and Fluttershy. So they are already in the game. In my game, they are already dating. It was very easy. It was much easier than I thought. like, starting a relationship between two Sims in The Sims 3. So it was much easier than I thought. And yeah, so currently they're dating, and I wanted to, start already building the house for them and the, Pocky Center or the freaking terraria that they would need to have in order to, get this many animals, for Ash. So yeah. So it will be for sure like a challenge, and I am a noob when it comes to The Sims 3. I maybe play it for 10 hours total in my whole lifetime since 2009. So I'm already like learning the ropes of like actually like earning money in the game and figuring this out. So yeah. So yeah, but so far I'm having like fun. Like it's something absolutely like new for me, and I'm welcoming this. I'm welcoming this. I think there was something I wanted to talk about, but I lost the train of thought. Hmm. Okay. Anyway, I took the day off tomorrow to help, like, because the Easter is coming and there will be like stores closed for Monday. Everybody prepare for the store closed for the Monday. Everybody in Poland. And get yourself bread and water. Unless you have the filtering jug, or you're willing to drink boiled water or tap water. In this case, you're safe. But if you want like some fresh bread or something like this, like Sunday is not Sunday. Saturday is your last call. I don't know. Well, first off, Żabka doesn't have fresh bread, so if you and I doubt that Żabka would be open. Although Żabkas usually like are like balancing on the verge of being like balancing on the verge of like being legally open, like damn, the fact that uh, they can be sometimes. I saw Żabkas open like on the first day of Christmas, when usually like you should not have any business open, any kind of business open on the first day of Christmas. Like, I'm sorry. So when I see my local Żabka open on this day, I'm like, what the heck is going on? You know? So yeah. So yeah, so don't expect that Żabkas will be open, and prepare for the free Monday in advance if you want like some fresh bread or like other necessities. It is PSA from me. Because yeah, I expect that tomorrow I will be standing in a long queue for some fresh bread. Knowing my luck. But after that, I am going back home and drawing. How is Milo? Milo is doing great. Milo, oh, I will show you. Like literally last stream, literally on Tuesday, I was drawing Milo. Because it was the follower raffle. And literally, Milo was drawn. Look at him. It is based on the like photos that already has a couple years old, is already a couple years old, but I think it encapsulates Milo well. And yeah, and Milo was actually like hanging out here on Tuesday. He was with me on the stream, you know, and Milo is doing alright. He's like very happy that it's spring here, if you know what I mean. If you don't have your dog neutered, your pet neutered, you know what spring brings and makes with the mind of your pet. Let me tell you that. So yeah, so Milo is like very, very eager to go outside. And he's doing fine. He was at the groomer recently, so he's he got the the shaving razor treatment. And he's naked a little bit. But he was already like so fluffy that he had to, go. He had to like go to the groomer. So yeah, Milo is alright. Milo is doing fine, and Milo will go with us and visit Grandma. And Milo loves visiting Grandma. He loves Grandma. Well, he doesn't love riding a car, but he loves Grandma. That's what we find funny. When we were all like, my grandma has like a dining table with chairs, and Milo likes to jump on a chair just to lay in on it. Like, he would be very fine on the floor or on the couch, but no, he likes this chair. And he likes the chair, the only chair that my grandma sits in. No other chair. And every time my grandma leaves the chair, Milo jumps on it. And then my grandma has to shoo him off. Which is so funny because he had like 5 other chairs. But he chooses my grandma. I think it's because of the smell, because he senses humans and he likes like, laying on things that, have the smell of his like humans, his favorite humans. So you know, everywhere, like if you leave clothes on a bed, you know, he will go and snuggle with them. Like, so we think it must be something about just the scent of grandma and him wanting to be here. So yeah, so this annoys the heck out of my grandma because he can do this like 3 times in a row in the span of like half an hour because my grandma, oh, gotta make tea, gotta set the kettle, you know, gotta go to the bathroom, gotta do something, and she only needs to be gone for like half a minute, and Milo is already on her chair. So, so yeah, like I find this absolutely like hilarious. I find this absolutely hilarious. So yeah. Okay, let me. So yeah. I need to visit your server more, Chiradan. I'm sorry, Hiradan, because I'm like, I don't know why. I feel like overwhelmed with the amount of like messages and unread stuff. That even though I am like a member of some like servers, I'm not even talking on them because I already like feel overwhelmed. And truth to be told, I don't even know like everybody. We need to like, I need to hop on a VC with your server sometime to like meet them properly. Okay. Never mind. Oh, I see I have 10 minutes left. Oh my god. I did jack. They didn't do jack shit on stream. But this is what happens when I'm yapping, okay? This is what happens when I'm yapping. Okay, hair tattoo is actually, I need to set up a different layer. For her tattoo because it is on a different layer mode and with a different opacity than the rest of her like line art. Okay. Oh, and I need to set up another layer for her jewelry. The jewelry that is you know, zoom out, and I use a different methods for that. I need to decide whether or not I want her to hide her nose. Oh yeah, maybe yeah. Hide the tip of the nose, or if it would come, it should like peek out from behind the hands. Yeah, I think this would look better. But yeah, Heredan, if you want to like help with the other to fulfill the other achievement, you know, the one you wanted to really congratulate me with, you know, then I am open for propositions, proposals, suggestions. Oh my god, will I be able to at least like ink everything on this page? Including the effing feet that I absolutely hate drawing. Okay. Hmm. Thick. Hmm. Let me disable everything but the line art layer. They don't look bad, the feet, right? think they look alright, like in the grand scheme of things, you know, all things considered. Okay. And this is one of the pages from 7 pages. Oh my god! But hopefully, because I have figured out this shot and this shot, I will be able to replicate like next shots will be easier for me to do. Yeah. So okay, so we already have 10 p.m. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Thank you for chatting, lurking, and spending some time with me. Next stream will be on 10th. No, sorry, I'm still looking at March. Will be on 7th. And it will be, I think I will do the crafting stream. Yeah, I will do the crafting stream. Because the crafting stream was supposed to be today, but I decided to do the comic stream because I still need to work on the anniversary comic. So yeah, so it will be crafting stream. Then on the 9th will be traditional art stream. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for watching, chatting, lurking, and spending some time with me. I hope you will stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all next stream. Have a very calm and relaxing Easter time with people you love, whether you celebrate Easter or not. And please stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all next stream. So goodbye.